Bulls roster here,
Yep.
and George Hill, who's San Antonio drafted.
Interesting player.
Yeah.
I had my eyes on him, but yeah, go ahead.
Him and his wife is here for a few days, and
So
they're
that's
staying
why
with
she
me
cooked
and Mike.
breakfast.
I cooked breakfast.
I thought you said she cooked breakfast.
No, she wanted breakfast.
So you had to get up.
I had to get up and cook breakfast.
I didn't hear that part of the conversation.
So what
Pancakes,
happened?
hash browns,
Nice.
bacon,
Wow.
eggs.
We should have come to your
The
house.
whole works.
They had their own Cracker Barrel at home.
Nice.
Sounds like it.
Excellent.
Man, I never got that invite.
By the way, the score is 12-10 Miami, leading this one for anybody watching the actual game.
How about this guy checking in, Nick? Yuta Tabusi. Have you seen him?
No,
From
that's
Japan, number 10 that just checked in.
that's
for the
Mr.
new-
Miyagi.
Nice.
Just checking in. That's right.
But yesterday I watched them, competitive.
We like
you.
you to
I like
see
it.
up here.
I like to see guys that come in the game. You notice he only comes in the game a minute and 30.
Oh,
left in the quarter.
don't short credit here. He's going to be in the second quarter when that thing starts too.
But
about
yesterday he
a
had
minute.
he's 2 free throws, an assist, a steal. He's living his dream.
Do you think his dream is actually in the summer league, Nick?
He wants to be an NBA
This
player.
is our
but-
nightmare.
But this is closest he probably get to playing in an
Yeah,
NBA
this will
setting.
probably be it.
But it's great to see him out there. I think he's very competitive. He's not backing down. He's pushing the ball. When he gets the ball, he's pushing the ball up
He's
the floor.
comfortable with
Yes.
the basketball.
If you get open, he's going to find you.
Right.
So, I think it's great for him.
Think back to when you first started playing to now, what this game has become internationally.
Oh, man.
I mean,
really
you took a couple international
Yes.
trips in your early days.
It-
It was nothing like it is now.
It's being an international player and playing in the NBA is big. And one thing I have to say about international players, they might not be as athletic and aggressive as American players, but they are surely fundamentally sound.
Absolutely.
They know how to shoot the basketball. They know how to take good shots. So I tell the young guys, as well as being athletic, be fundamentally sound.
Nick, here's a question from Shannon in New Zealand. She wants to know who were the top 3 toughest defenders you ever faced personally.
Ooh, good question.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Oh, Michael Jordan was a heck of a defensive player, I have to say.
Okay.
That was one.
That's a good one.
And a former player that I played against, I used to hate to see him guard me, and his hands felt like bricks. And that was Alvin Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, how about
I
that?
mean, he was one of the toughest defenders that I had to face.
He was the Defensive Player of the Year for a few years.
Numerous
before,
times.
Before
Yeah,
Rodman kind of took hold of that.
I
award
know what
for
you
a
mean
while.
about those hands. Like Ben Wallace has those same hands.
his hands feel like
bricks.
he goes outside and just rub them on the ground.
Just rough,
Yeah,
rigid
just
hands.
rough hands. And,
Yep.
I'm saying the third guy, with all honesty, that used to give me fits defensive player, and that's Michael Curry. He was now the head coach of the Detroit Pistons. I think he was a heck of a defensive player. He played with passion. He played with heart, and he didn't back down against anybody.
And that was really his niche because he
Yeah.
didn't score much. I mean,
He
had to be.
He made his. That's why he found his way as being a defensive player. And I have to speak on Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen
Yeah.
has made his name in this league as being a defensive player.
Well, he had to, didn't he? Because he was pretty much on the verge of being out of the
Yes,
league.
yes, he was. But him working, he coming and working on that, and look what he's done. 3 championships later.
Right.
So
That makes sense. Here's Yuta at the buzzer.
buzzer.
Oh,
No
buzzer
good.
shot. Gave it a shot, though. I like that. Well, at the end of the first quarter, 22-12, the Miami Heat leading the New Jersey Nets. We'll be back in a few minutes for quarter number 2. Back in a moment. Second quarter under action, 22-12. The Miami Heat leading the Indiana Pacers. I have no points yet for Michael Beasley. 2 free throws. That's all I have.
I think that's right. I wish we'd get some stats up here.
We'll get the official stats here momentarily, but I just have 2 free throws for Michael Beasley. And Nick, one thing you're going to notice from sitting up here, and you get just as good a view down there, but when you come up here, you really get to see how bad the basketball is.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. You're right.
You really get to see it.
This summer league right now it's what we call the training camp, where guys really beating each other up. You keep your body armor on because everybody's out there basically fighting for a job.
Right.
You know, you got a few guys maybe be under contract out there, but everybody else is fighting for a job. So you got to be careful. You don't want to leave the gym with a injury that's going to.
We were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
You get a chance to make a team, finally a chance to prove yourself, and if you get an injury, then there it goes.
Yeah.
I got an explanation, by the way, on the Carter 3.
Oh, what is that?
Well, just to let us know, according to this email, the Carter 3 is Lil Wayne's latest album.
Oh, okay.
I'd expect Dante and Galante not to be hip, but you really disappointed me, Nick.
Well,
that's what it says.
To answer that, no offense, I'm not a Lil Wayne fan.
Right.
I might follow a song or two, but I really don't know anything about his album. You know, I'm more of a.
That goes into the rest of this. He says, "What is Nick's favorite artist then, if he doesn't know Lil Wayne?"
Yeah, well, I like the laid back albums. You know,
right?
Something that I can, just meaningful.
Something you can what?
Yeah, just really meaningful to me. I can't understand anything Lil Wayne is saying.
You mean his songs don't have meaning?
I can't understand it. We went to school, and I'm pretty sure that you guys can agree with me. I took English.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, English is important.
Yeah, I didn't take what your name is.
They didn't offer that.
Where you be from?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
That's no offense to Lil Wayne. Yeah.
I'm sure Lil Wayne is listening. So JR has a question for Nick. Says, do you think anybody will break your former teammate Scott Skiles' record of 30 assists?
Not in this decade.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think that'll happen.
I liked your original answer.
Original answer was not anybody in this game.
Not anyone that's out there right now.
You don't find too many guys now that like to distribute that ball. You got Jason Kidd and Steve Nash,
right,
and Chris Paul.
And that's about it. And maybe Darren Williams, but you're right. It's at a premium.
Yeah, it don't go that far anymore. Guys want to score the ball in this league nowadays. Mm-hmm. They want to give it up. I can remember that night Scott Skiles dishing that ball out and his favorite line running down court. Can anybody in this check me? I need somebody to check me.
He was a fiery guy in his own right, too, wasn't he?
I love playing with him because he never backed down. I don't care how big you were, how much you weighed. He didn't back down.
Here's another question, and this is actually goes on yesterday's game as Stephon Lasmy puts in a two-handed dunk. 24-12 the score, by the way. Miami doubling up New Jersey.
Real quick, too, Pat Kalathis is out there, brother, of course, of Nick Kalathis, who's playing with the Florida Gators. Undrafted out of St. Joe. Some thought he might have been a middle to late first rounder. And actually a nice defensive play there on Julius Hodge.
That shot that's an ugly shot. Now, previously, Michael Beasley has had his shot blocked twice by Williams.
Now. You're right.
And then he takes a charge on him. So he's playing pretty good defense on Michael Beasley right now. He's getting him frustrated, taking him game. So that tell you, if this kid can stop him, what